Okay, we are live.
What the buck is up, everybody?
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to once again another exciting episode of the End Times. When last we left off, we were gathering up the the counselors to inform them of our intention of fighting against the demon worshippers known as APEC. Wait, APEC?
Yeah, Apex.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. We found out that APEC has been influencing world events, including convincing the humans to come and destroy Villagetown and basically destroy the remnants of Queen Iliana's kingdom, right as we are in the midst of trying to reforge them. And since APEC worship is outlawed within Villagetown, we need to begin pursuing them and destroy the dissidents that are among their number. The APEC worshippers are not directly affiliated with the Stag Lord. However, they are definitely opportunists who saw a chance to basically cause more havoc and destroy the old so that the new things can be born out of the ashes. They're not concerned with what gets born or brought up from the ashes. They only want to burn and destroy so that rebirth can happen so they can destroy that again in the future.
That sounds very much spot on there. Alright, I believe last time we had a few people who had a word with various important individuals, and we were left with Milk Thistle, who was yet to speak to Crystal Heart, who they wished to talk to.
Yes.
So, I believe what we were going to do, we was going to slightly hand wave you going round, eventually finding him to then obviously have a conversation. Because you would have a rough idea where he is, and once it was known that you were looking for him, it will probably come to his attention so that you can have that conversation. I'm just trying to think, where would you most likely see him? I'm trying to remember what I have had him be up to recently. If you meet him anywhere slightly different other than maybe his estate.
Well, in the past, Milkfickle has encouraged him to form an alliance with Lord Skystriker and become more involved with the daily lives of the peasantry.
Yeah.
So that way he gets an ally with Lord Skystriker while also becoming a more public figure in the eyes of the people.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, Lord Skystriker is currently packing for his trip over to Clovenheim, so he won't be so much with that at the moment.
Yeah, we would have seen him with Lord Striker if that was the case.
Yeah,
But,
you two would have met him at the same time. Alright, so the only thing I can think of is it probably would be in his estate at this moment in time. Most likely basically preparing minor things, mostly dealing with obviously the human aspect that's on your doorstep still, and he would most likely be in the process of finalising the small print of your negotiations with the humans, or their negotiation with the humans, I should say. So you will probably find him in his office with a parchment which is mostly written, I would have thought.
All right. Are his offices at his estate, or are they in a
Yes, they would be at his estate. You have been there before, I believe, and I believe you've even been in his office as well.
Yes. All right. So Milk Thistle passing through the guardhouse. I assume there wouldn't be any issues.
Oh no, yeah, no. As soon as they know who you are, you are allowed in. No,
Sorry.
you,
It's.
yeah.
I'm shutting the door. Sorry about that.
You have got to the point where they're not going to question you every time you try and enter.
So Milk Thistle will go to his estate, which has been this building previously, and he'll knock on the.
You would be. Um, no, there would be their family. Well, his family butler at this point in time who will answer it, and will inquire your being there. But once you make your intentions that you do wish to see Crystal Heart, you will likely be taken to him without further questioning, given your new status. And that's where you'll find him at his desk, writing.
And Milk Thistle will approach his desk and give a bow.
Placing down his quill and looking up to you. He probably looks a little bit tired, as he's probably been working on this for quite a bit now. And he will go, Milk Thistle. Come back again for some more words of wisdom to pass on?
Indeed I have. And being acknowledged, Milk Thistle will rise up from his bell, and he'll pull his hood back. There's been some new revelation in regards to the Doomsayers within the city. There's a second party involved. Are you familiar with the demon Apep?
I'm trying to remember his background. Okay, that was it. We'd be like, I do not know of any demon called Apep.
This demon Apep has worshippers within the city. They're not affiliated with the Stag Lord, the demon who has sworn to sweep through and destroy everything. They're a group of opportunists who seek to cause destruction of the city. We found one of their worshippers who managed to fool us. We received word this morning that one of the Doomsayers would be speaking publicly. One had managed to steal the seal from High Priest Endless Story, so the letter looked legitimate. When we went, we found this individual speaking to a crowd of people, intended to be a rabble-rouser, preaching the same message, but he was defeated, and thankfully none of the civilians were injured. So no one has been harmed.
That's good to hear.
We captured him and interrogated him. We found out that these worshippers of Apep are intending to spread the same message, and in doing so, they intend to destroy what is left of Queen Iliana's empire, right as we are on the verge of reforging it.
Well, this certainly we cannot allow to happen. We'll simply removing this Stag Lord from the equation. Will that be enough to prevent the Apep followers from causing too much havoc?
I do not believe so. So long as these Apep worshippers are in existence, they will seek the destruction of everything. That is their entire purpose.
Do we know how many we are potentially dealing with?
Presently, no. But we have 2 confirmations.
The one you've dealt with and someone else?
The one who delivered this letter. And he'll present the letter to Lord Crystalheart. This is either a replicated forgery, or the seal was taken, used, and then placed back, all without notice. I attempted to scry on this individual to locate him, but I failed to do so. He is either extremely powerful or well protected.
I see. If we've only got 2 individuals to go on so far, and we fear more, then we'll have to ensure everybody is extra vigilant on the matter of public speaking.
I have a proposal, Lord Crystalheart, if I may.
I am always listen to your words of wisdom, Milk Thistle.
Since we are now dealing with a separate demon incursion, I believe the threat of demonic destruction is higher than ever. The city guard, while capable of patrolling and enforcing the law, is not trained enough to deal with these demonic forces. However, those in the temple are. There are clerics, paladins, and even anti-paladins who are capable of not only hunting them down, but destroying them completely. And given that we are under direct assault from them, I believe it is necessary for law enforcement authority to be given to the temple. We need to be able to hunt down these demon worshippers and enforce the law against them.
It sounds certainly like that is something that is required. And we do, I know we have expanded the city guard as of late since the humans invaded, and they are being trained currently by a number of the St. Moon's Reach military that is stationed here. But those that might be able to spot demon worshippers will definitely be required. I'm sure we can recruit a number of what's the right word? I'm sure we can recruit a number of trusted individuals from the temple that will be able to assist the city guard. Do you have any names, or should I approach the temple to see who would be more suited for this?
I believe approaching the temple would be a wiser decision. I try to be as well informed as possible, but I do not know the names and abilities of all residents within the temple. I do believe, however, that the strongest warriors are currently abroad.
Does
They
not.
would need to be called back.
I suppose it does not surprise, given given how things have been here, other than obviously the humans as of late have been rather mundane. But we will see. I will see about having a meeting with a number of the heads, and having a few chosen for a few from the temple to assist us, or assist the city guard anyway.
And there was something else, my lord. Given
Something
given
more?
that there were, yes, sir. Given that there are 2 empty council seats, I believe they should be filled. I had 2 proposals, if you would allow me.
Well, we have been searching for a position. I know. Speaking to Lord Skystriker, he has been trying to encourage for a member of the lower class be given a position. Though I have been indicated that I might be willing to support that decision if he supports a candidate of my own. But he has yet to bring forward a suitable candidate from the lower classes. But who are your recommendations?
I would recommend that High Priest Endless Story be given an official seat on the council. Given that the temple will be needed to fight against these demonic powers, having an authoritative voice on the council would aid in that. It would certainly expedite any decisions or enforcement that needed to be made.
That would be sensible. Though I think it'll be sensible to make his position more permanent once we have established the 2 other seats, so that we bring him in as an additional one on top of the 2. That way we might better fill the roles with candidates more to our choosing, as I don't. Giving a seat to them may take up a valuable position for myself, or for our points, because if I can get Lord Skystriker to back one of my candidates, and will need to back one of his, then I'm sure I can ensure that Endless Story might be able to be made a permanent council position, given that I already know he's got an honorary one, which turning that permanent shouldn't be too much of an issue. Who is this other one?
I was going to propose a representative of St. Moon's Reach. Since we are reforging the Empire and reconnecting with the cities, first Galloping Dam, St. Moon's Reach, and now Clovenhaven, if we had a representative of St. Moon's Reach on the council, we could use more direct access to the military itself. At least until a central figure can be appointed and commanded.
I'm not sure. Establishing a permanent position for one of them on the city council would likely go against the charter of the that was laid down originally by the council members after they removed the student who had taken over.
Do you believe you are capable of securing the loyalty of St. Moon's Reach?
St. Moon's Reach loyalty seems mostly with their field marshal at the moment, and he seems to be supporting any position that does promote unity at the moment. I'm sure, as he is willing to keep troops here to help train our city forces to a higher degree. So he seems to be very much willing to back our defences at this moment in time. So, but I know the plan will be to establish a proper council with everybody from a different city having a position. So they will have a voice once we have made it official. But we still need to elect an official Vilgertown representative. Once that is done, then I believe this council of Everglow will be put together. And sorry.
Since Lord Skystriker is wanting to raise up a lower class member of the city, have you taken an opportunity to scout one out yourself?
I have yet to find somebody of suitable caliber within the noble ranks. There are some lesser noble families that could possibly prove suitable, or at least will be honoured enough that they will be able to support anything that I put forward. But I need to ensure that the right candidate is chosen from them. I have two individuals in mind, but they will need to be tested, and I will be going to High Priest Midnight to seek his guidance this evening in regard to some challenges to place upon each of them to see which one will rise to the challenge.
He is the wisest of us all. More wise to his counsel.
So I'm hoping within a few days I may have a candidate. Then we can put it to vote before Lord Skystriker leave on his trip to Clovenhaim. Though, hopefully, Lord Skystriker will pick a suitable candidate as well. He seems to mean well, but he sometimes he doesn't always look at the larger picture, I feel, and makes friends a bit too easily, and can be a little bit naive on a nice smile and kind words.
He clearly requires a discerning eye to help him with his decision.
I have been watching when we have been about, and I have been indicating some of the flaws that he has overlooked. I believe we've weeded out his those that might be attempting to seek glory for their own sake, as those were the ones who were coming forward more prominently than others. I believe tomorrow we'll be continuing out into the city to do some more of his supporting those of lower class, and I'll be potentially meeting another candidate of his that that he feels is a little bit more suitable. So we shall see tomorrow.
At that, Milthistle will rub his beard a few times. Might I make a suggestion, my lord?
I'm always open to suggestions.
Since you have been working closely with Lord Skystriker, he has had time to get to know you. I believe if you travel with Lord Skystriker and bring to him your candidates of lower class, one who is loyal to your cause, who is willing to fight for your cause, not only would he support rising them to a seat of the council, but you would grow support not only from the new councilman that has rised up, but Lord Skystriker himself. That will give you a stronger voice on the council seat.
I have been looking for such an individual in case they do catch my eye. Yet I have not spotted one as of yet. But I have met quite a few individuals. But like I said, Skystriker seems to surround himself with, or does not realise he surrounds himself with those who wish to grab power. So we are weeding through the weeds to begin with. I'm sure there will be a flower at some point that will be would be suitable. I don't want to. I want him to think it was his idea more than anything.
With that, Milthus will give a nod and a smile. Have you spoken with Lord Stoutheart?
Oh yes, the individual from Galloping Dam, I believe.
Yes, my lord.
He seems to enjoy his finities a high amount, and is very much open to manipulation should the right lubrications applied. I wouldn't trust him too much with your secrets, as I have a feeling he is looking to collect them and use them for the opportune moments. I've been keeping an eye on him and keeping him friendly, but a hoof's length, just so that he doesn't learn too much. I believe he is in it for himself at the moment. But he is of an older generation, so I'm sure he will be here for the initial setup, but there will be a younger candidate that will take his place at some point. maybe they will be less less scheming, maybe. But he was, or is, an old student of the Queen's, so that at least seems to give some sway to a few individuals. Though, at least the Duchess, I feel, feels the same way as that he should be kept at hoof's length, as those of us of nobility still remember the shambles that the last student left the city in.
You intend to travel to Clovenham yourself?
That one I have not decided. As long as the new council members are put together, and we make a vote on bringing together the Council of Everglow, then depending if who is chosen as Villagetown's representative, if I'm able to ensure it's myself, then I do plan to go to greet the Cloven as the head of the Everglow Council. If not, then I will see if I can act on the behalf of who takes the seat, as they may not want to wish to leave Villagetown, but we shall see.
My lord, you have grown in wisdom and ability since we first met.
Well, the guidance that I have received from the Nightmare has pushed me to this position.
Milthistle will bow and say, I believe you will make a strong leader for this new empire. Or, not empire, I believe you will be a strong leader for this kingdom. My party and I will not be remaining in Villagetown for much longer. We intend to travel north.
I see.
While I do wish to see the kingdom grow, we have the Stag Lord and now APEP to be concerned with. We will be traveling on a mission to grow our power so we can meet this demon head on.
Well, I will not keep you and bore you with the finities of politics then, as it definitely sounds like you have a long journey ahead of you.
Do you require anything of me before I leave, my lord?
You've already done much, Milthistle. I don't think I could ask any more of you.
And with that, Milthistle will give a bow and he'll say, know your place and see your mission carried out.
He will give a nod to you of understanding, as he will turn back to his parchment where he was working at before you entered.
And Milthistle will leave and return to the temple.
Well, hopefully you all now have an idea of what the council might shape up to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds to me like they're still at one another's throats almost.
Oh yeah, I mean it's politics.
It's politics.
If they weren't, then there's something wrong. All right. So you guys return to the All Seasons Temple. Everyone would have gone to meet their particular representatives at different times, but magically you all arrive at the All Seasons Temple roughly at the same time.
What is that?
I know.
So, I assume it went well between the both of you.
Fairly, I have some things I still need to do to get the Duchess's full approval, but she seems to at least agree with part of the plan.
Yeah.
I had a word with Open Book to obviously help uh, for some scholars to be sent over to the guard to help educate the guards about potentially spotting cultists and stuff. So I oversaw a few individuals to with books and study aids over there not long ago.
Very good. Very
Hmm.
good.
That was very resourceful of you, Wishful Pen. Thank you.
Well,
That
you were all doing things, and I wanted to help.
that reminds me. The Duchess did bring up a idea of having the um, shit. I forgot the name now. The Hell Knights
Oh,
Yeah.
be
the
the ones
chaos god.
to yeah, the Chaos Knights to be the ones to search out for Apep's followers.
That he gives a bit of a nod. That's not a bad idea. Uh, I probably should at least put Thunderclap through the initiation, because I do actually need to build up ranks and get at least a couple advanced fighters who dealt with demons that were stronger than them that they defeated under the belt.
Do you believe Thunderclap is ready for these trials? You know if he fails, he will be final.
This is true. I
Wishful Pen comes up to you and goes, "Well, if you've trained him well and he's good, you should trust in your teaching."
It's not just his martial prowess, it must be his mind and his loyalty that is hung to a razor's edge.
agreed.
Do you believe he is ready?
I can test him myself. Do we know what time we plan on leaving or when we plan on leaving?
I believe it was tomorrow.
Alright, in that case, Milk Thistle, I might need your assistance on this. Alright, so I think we should probably we could meet him and his sister for dinner. Then after that, we'll take him out to the park and come through excuse me, a test to see if he is truly ready.
Do you intend your recruits to be present for this?
He
If he is ready, they should bear witness to the power of the Chaos Knights.
he rubs his chin a bit. That you do make a point. Yeah, we could gather them up as well.
I'm curious. This is your organization, Burned. I do not intend to instruct you on how to lead them. But I do ponder a question. Should the Chaos Knight ritual to be raised up be kept secret from the recruits until it is their time? Or do you believe they should bear witness to know what they are preparing for?
I believe it is prudent that they should be there to bear witness so they can properly prepare. It would certainly make sense, and it would give them an idea as to what they need to do.
What is their level of courage?
Out of character. Oh, that hurt just now.
I was gonna say, didn't you show them hell before?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
did.
Milk-
You. Sorry.
I was gonna say, Milkthistle, or I can say this in character. Yes, I did. Many of them were petrified, and I believe only one showed nerves of steel.
Indeed. I believe it's time we truly put that to the test. Give 'em
But they
a,
still stuck through with the training so far.
Indeed, they have. I'm proud of them, but at the same time, they're gonna have to get their nerves are going to have to be strengthened. Their mind, their fighting spirit, everything is going to be strengthened by tenfold.
Well, you sounds like you're not putting them to the test. They're just going to watch.
Yes, it's mostly to show them what they must be prepared for when it comes time for their initiation.
You have a way of marking Thunderclapper to be a raised member of the Chaos Knights. You have your armor, but what shall he wear?
He sort of. I assume that the armor has like the insignia in it, so he's gonna look down at the insignia for a moment, and he's gonna give a bit of a grin as he looks back to Milk Thistle. If I think of it correctly, within the temples they have holy symbols, right?
Yeah. Well, all deities have holy symbols.
Yes. So what I'm thinking is make a symbol of the Hell Knights to Hell Knights. I meant Chaos Knights. That they wear until their armor is all set. In fact, I need to look into finding someone who can make armor. I mean, I have training in forging, but making armor takes time. So, if I'm given the right materials, I can make it.
Out of character GM,
Yep.
I do have mythic crafting. I'm wondering if Milk Thistle could craft something that not only marks an individual as a Chaos Knight, but could also only be worn by a Chaos Knight. You know, something that gives them bonuses, but like harsh penalties, negatives if someone from the Hell Knights tries to wear it.
I need to have a look at mythic crafting again.
Like I can craft mythic items, that of course takes time and resources to do so. Legendary artifacts, something like Mythic Bond. Oh, is that Evie? Oh no. No, okay, he's back.
There you go. Welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry, Discord likes to hiccup at times with.
Oh no, it's totally fine. Discord does that a lot as of late.
Mythic crafter, you benefit, you create magic items.
Let's see, there's Eternal Bond. When this ability is taken, the item becomes intimately tied to the creature that gives it this ability. This item can't be bonded to another creature as long as the creature that gave it this ability is alive and mythic.
Yeah, so as long as you hold the mythic ability, that item is bonded to that individual. By the sounds of it.
So that requires me to stay alive, and there's never any guarantee of that.
Which is correct. I'm trying to find the mythic crafting rules, and I completely can't find it.
Here, I can
Yeah.
post it in our voice.
Yeah, if that's okay, because I know I've seen it and read it and everything before, but and I've even sent it to you. Just there we go.
Yeah, it's also on my character sheet. If you look under my feats down to Mythic Crafter, it's got a link to it there.
Ah, okay, that's good to know.
I wonder, could I use this to create Hell Knight armor?
Hell Knight armor isn't. It's just basically full plate crafted in the image of the particular Hell Knight's order. So it's like I said, it's not magical, but it's like masterwork with a purpose, purposely crafted in a very particular style. Um, this is if you're planning to add actual magical effects to items.
Let's see. I could craft an intelligent item, which is basically what I want to do.
Oh god, intelligence items.
Right, right. So it would give me like a list of things I could imbue onto the item itself, such as blind sense, dark vision, expanding senses, read languages. So I'm thinking for the purposes of the Hell Knights, there could be a specific skill imbued into the armor, so that the individual wearing it could use that ability.
That's not a bad idea.
Or if you wanted a blanket ability, something like skill ranks. The item gains 10 ranks in one skill, but that would be to the item itself, not +10 to an individual.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we have to worry about ego with intelligent items, though?
Oh god, yeah, because
Potentially, yeah.
I'm just see. I've seen armor just take over someone before, so
yeah,
An intelligent legendary items gains a +4 bonus to its ego when interacting with non-mythic wielders. So yeah,
Yeah.
that might be a bad idea.
yeah. I mean, if you want him to become like a suit of armor that just like absorbed him, hey, that's the perfect way to do it. But it's like, no.
Let's see. What is legendary power? All legendary items contain a pool of power. It leaves 2 uses that recharge each day. This power is called legendary power. Works differently than mythic. Any creature bearing the item can expend the item's use of legendary power, whether blah blah blah. These uses of legendary power can expend only to activate the legendary item's ability. If the item's bearer isn't bonded to the item, she can expend the items in. Okay, but what is the legendary power? Is it like legendary surge?
Don't know. I'm just trying to see where that one is. Legendary purification.
I think at this point it's kind of probably better to just keep it simple, stupid.
Right.
Basically, just get like a normal blacksmith to make this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to like these legendary items, it's you're not gonna be able to mass produce it for all the Hell Knights. The legendary items are very special, unique, normally for one individual or very few individuals. I think you're limited to how many legendary stuff you can craft. I think.
Don't think how many I can craft, but certainly how much I can equip.
Yeah.
Legendary item begins as a normal magic item and ascends to something greater. The ascension occurs when a character first takes the legendary item universal path ability. That's not always the case. Destiny can serve as catalyst for legendary item ascension. Such items can be bestowed upon the worthy or found by the lucky.
You can craft it, can't you? Rather than because this seems to be if you're taking the legendary item rather than the crafting ability for it.
I haven't seen this yet, but does the wielder of the legendary item need to be mythic?
This is what I'm wondering. As far as I'm aware, no. I think the legendary items can give mythic people the additional ability when using the craft skill. In addition, you can make by paying for a cost. It doesn't need to increase the time. Add your skill craft. Okay, so that's not. Let's find your. Let's open you up. Features. Here we go. Mythic crafter. Okay. You create any mythic magical item for which you only gain. You can create any mythical magical item. Mythic crafter. I think might be the something we'll have to check in the week rather than during session to refresh ourselves
Yeah.
with mythic
Yeah.
crafting and exactly what
Yeah.
you can make and stuff, because it seems mythical items and legendary items are something slightly different. So,
Yeah.
Well, as far as I can tell, legendary items are mythic items. Like
yeah,
they seem synonymous, but mythic crafting permits me to craft legendary items.
yeah. So, I
I'm
think
kind of
it's
having,
something.
I'm kind of,
Sorry,
I'm
carry
kind of
on.
having second, I'm kind of having second thoughts on it now. Perhaps these legendary items should be reserved strictly to the party who is mythic. But yeah, if helmet armor is strictly mundane, then it's probably not needed. We just need to craft it for the individuals who get raised up.
Yeah. So like, I have a total of 7 skill points in crafting armor, so I could do that if I have the materials. And,
Well, crafting full plate normally takes a week worth of downtime.
yeah. So we could probably find someone here in town that that's a blacksmith. Pay them to do it.
There is definitely going to be a blacksmith in here.
In the meantime, in regards to raising up Thunderclapper, if we need a day for him to make preparations, I'd say it's worth it to do so.
All right. I think we should still. I think we should still discuss it with him and make sure he's ready beforehand.
Well,
'Cause,
I want to do a bit of research into like going up really tall mountains to see what we need to worry about. So I need to do a bit of research anyway.
yeah.
Apart from altitude sickness and the natural threats of going up into the mountain, high winds, things of that nature, shouldn't be much research needed. Because other than that, we're attempting to find the plane of a deity.
Well, yes, but we need to see if we can how bad the altitude sickness will be, and if there's any way we can counteract it.
Sorry.
I believe a simple casting of Endure Element should strengthen us.
Possibly, but it doesn't hurt to be sure.
So we should probably. I assume we can't take our airship up with us because that'll make it too easy. This is a challenge after all.
The airship does have a maximum height. We've
Yeah.
never tried it, but it does have a maximum height.
So we're probably gonna need to gather supplies as well for the trip, like tents and whatnot.
You don't have that already?
I think I do. Let me check my inventory. I thought I did.
While he looks that up, Alexandrite, what was the Duchess's opinion of the temple being given this extra authority?
She would like to meet with Endless Story before she considers him as a member of the council. She is not super big on it, at least.
Lord Crystalheart was also not keen on the idea or my recommendations for who should fill the council seats. It seems as though the council will make their own decisions independent of us.
She was all for the representative from places. Shit.
St.
St.
Moonreach?
Moon's Reach.
Yeah, Saints Moonreach.
Really?
Mhm.
Did she have someone in mind?
Yes. Oh God, name. Mm, the son of. Oh God, I am just
Field
blanking on
Marshal
all the.
Thunder.
Yeah, Field Marshal Thunder. Thank you.
His son seems rather brash. He seems better suited commanding on the battlefield than sitting in a council seat. What are your thoughts on that, Alexandra?
Well, I have not actually met the pony, but from what I can tell, Field Marshal Thunder would rather rule over. Oh, God, we just fucking said it.
St.
St.
Moonreach?
Saint
Moon's Reach.
Reach, thank you. Today's just one of those days.
It's okay.
Well, naturally, he is a commanding general, not a politician. I did learn that Lord Skystriker intends to raise up someone of lower class to a consulship.
Hmm. Has he mentioned who?
Not by name, Lord Crystalheart has been discussing a decision with Lord Skystriker. According to Lord Crystalheart, Lord Skystriker is very susceptible to influence, almost to the point of detriment. He's very eager to bring on a friendly face rather than someone who is a scholar or has the concerns for the kingdom in mind. There are many opportunists within the city who wish to, gain all of this power for their own selfish needs.
And if he's taken in by a friendly face instead of the more logical choice, that would be very bad.
Huh.
Yes, thankfully Lord Crystalheart has been keeping a keen eye on his potential candidates. And so far he's been able to talk him out of those who would be detrimental. But I do believe the two of them working together will be able to find a suitable choice.
Let us hope.
Agreed.
But on to pressing matters at Hoof. If Thunderclap is meant to be raised to Hell Knight status, I believe it should be done so in the morning, but most definitely not at the park. This
Yes.
ritual is not something that should be seen by the common folk.
Are you thinking maybe back where I took mine?
I believe that would be the best choice.
Alright. That would make logical sense after all. Only ponies that can see it are those that decide to fly close to the wall or that can peek over it by climbing ladders.
We can call for the city guard to enforce a barricade to make sure that no eavesdroppers are able to look in.
Agreed. Yes, we should still discuss things with him and inform him that it is going to be quite literally a trial of wills as well as combat and nerves. So that he sort of like Vern sort of stops mid sentence as he has a sort of flashback to when he had his. He just shakes his head and goes, "It's do or die."
If you believe he is ready, then he is ready.
This is why I wish to speak with him beforehand. To 100% sure that he is.
Shall we have the ritual at dawn?
Of course. He might have the. He just might have a advantage with the rifle that he has.
Then as their lictor, I recommend you go to your recruits. Tell them in person what they are going to bear witness to.
Of course.
Make sure they are sober, clean, and ready for it. In the morning, I will make preparations for the spell to be cast.
Very well. I shall have to speak with him and the recruits in separate. He sort of mumbles to himself that he really hopes that Thunderclap will be more than up to the task and will be coming out alright. I mean, hey, he might be turning into the stoic hero, but there's always like the fact that he cares about others. Hesitance.
Will we be needing each other for the remainder of the day, or should we regroup tomorrow?
I don't think there's anything else we need.
Indeed, the only other thing I could think of is a personal matter, but that can be discussed later on. I do plan to come for midnight service, though.
I will attend to my duties here at the temple. Lord Crystalheart mentioned that while the temple may not be given authority, he will be reaching out to the temple for aid. We may be calling back some of our warriors to fight against these demons, perhaps even to train the Hell Knights themselves on how to recognize and battle them.
This is true. That's a fair assumption, fair thought. I do think that's the best course of action, considering the fact that we're dealing with a pet of all beings.
If you want them to undergo some studies, we can have some followers of Princess Luminance come and do teachings with them as well.
That would be. He sort of like he stops and he blinks a moment as he just thinks to himself, why didn't I think about doing that? And he goes, yeah, actually that would be of immense help. Thank you, Wishful Pen.
Certainly. There will definitely be a few scholars that would want to pass on their wisdom.
Did we still plan to leave tomorrow, or should we wait for the following day? If the worst should happen to Thunderclap, then a new trainer will need to be found for your Hellknight recruits.
Indeed. He sort of like. Sorry, go on.
I recommend we stay here tomorrow, just to wait out the results, and then we can plan on leaving the following day.
Yes. He's obviously like deep in thought now, and his expression isn't one of worry, but it's more what's the definition of the word morose?
Somber contemplation, I believe.
Yeah, it's he has a more morose expression on his face as he's thinking. But at the same time, he knows it has to be done given the dire straits that the entire world is in right now.
As much as I would like to get going, if you think that is best, we can stay another day.
Yeah, we should stay another day just in case the worst is to happen. Uh, I have faith in him. I need to go and speak with him and discuss everything that must be done.
Well, I have to talk to a few ponies, so I will take my leave.
That's why.
Before you go, Alexandrite, I have a task for you. Since we intend to find the plane of your goddess, the Sun Queen, we will need as much information about her and the kind of trial she will have us experience. Find out what is required to honor her and pass these trials, and we're as prepared as possible, please.
Very well.
Thank you. I will be in the Nightmare Temple until after this evening's service if you require me.
Very well.
I will probably be in the Sun Queen's temple then.
I shall be wherever I shall be.
Right, and you all scatter to the wind. Alright, who wants to do their little bits as they run off to do things?
Let's do Alexandrite first.
Alright.
Alright, Alex.
I needed to talk to both the son of Field Marshal Thunder and the story, and then I would probably be in the Sun Queen's wing, looking at like holy scripts and stuff like that.
Alright, who do you want to speak to first?
Probably the child of Field Marshal Thunder, so I can come back to the temple and get that stuff out of the way.
Okay. So you would know that the soldiers are currently set up in the old Academy of Kind Blades. So that is where they currently are. Or you will most likely find him.
Alright, so I will head over there.
So, heading into the old palace grounds, a lot of it's been cleared now, and you can see various ponies being trained and drilled and stuff. They look like what will probably be forces that will help bolster the city guard, or even potentially be more put into a more, I don't know, pony actual army maybe. But it's mostly young recruits as far as I say young recruits, a mixture of recruits undergoing training at this point in time. They're definitely not ready for anything too major. It won't take. It will. You eventually will find somebody who you could point you in the right direction towards speaking to Field Marshal Thunder's son. This is where it is important. We can't just keep calling him his son. We need a name for this individual.
Well, we should probably find out his name, everyone.
Yes.
Just call him boy.
Boy.
All right. Let's move away from this Thunder because I think we've got too many Thunders. So let's find
Field
something.
Marshal Lightning.
No. Let's grab something a little bit more suitable.
Do we need to open up the pony name generator?
I'm going through some names at the moment because I want something at least similar themed, but not like fully.
The names Thunder and Mountain are a bit overused.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to go for something else.
Rumbling Clouds.
It's meant to be an earth pony, so I've come no. with a first name, Solar. I'm just trying to think of what a suitable second name will be.
How about Gallop?
Solar Gallop.
That sounds like a commanding name.
Yeah. There we go. Solar Gallop.
Alright.
Let me make a mute of that so I forget it later. Alright, Solar Gallop.
Yeah. It turns out Gallop is his mother's surname.
Alright, so you will be able to, you'll be directed to Solar Gallop. For an Earth Pony, he stands very tall and is very broad. He definitely is quite a stout looking individual that would be hard to miss should you face him on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely somebody who's eaten their Weetabix, basically.
So yeah, Alexandrite in all his godly glory will walk up to him.
He gives you a nod. Follower of Blaze, are you?
The Sun Queen, but
Well, I see you.
Sun Goddess.
I see you at least pay her homage, though.
Alexandrite will give a small nod and say, I've come to speak to you on matters that recently come up.
And what matters is this that it comes to my attention?
It's about the city council and the our mutual friend, the Duchess Lilypad.
Yes, I am somewhat aware of the council's predicaments and Duchess Lilypad's inability to bring action.
Well,
Because of
we
those that wish to explore peace.
we hope that you may be able to help with that. How would you feel about being a member of the council?
They could use a strong military voice to ensure they don't make weak decisions like they have been. As we should have rised up and shown the humans that ponies are not to be messed with. We've been training for a long time, and we should have been able to show them what we're made of.
I agree, but right now it's not fully in our hands. But hopefully, if we can get you on the city council, that will be one more vote that will. Yep.
Hoops.
Yes, hooves. But
Yeah.
yes, with hopefully with you on the council, that we will be able to have that voice that would sway the tides, so we can start moving in the right direction.
Excellent. It's about time you put a decent budget into your military, as it is extremely lacking. As he gestures a hoof out to what have been trained. This appears to be the best that the city can offer. They're going to need a lot of work. And equipment.
There's others who would also seek to throw someone of the people or the lower classes onto the council. Would you have any recommendations from anyone that you know?
The lower classes?
Mm-hmm.
How low are we talking? Like somebody of a private level?
lesser nobles, perhaps.
So more like a lieutenant then.
Yes.
They often can feed back useful frontline reports, but they are often still required to prove themselves worthy before you can think of promoting them higher. I'm I wouldn't take somebody from a low position and raise them up to a highest one unless they prove themselves very dramatic in very very intuitive in what they have done. Sounds sounds foolish to me, bring in somebody who is not suitable for the position. But if you want somebody within the city limits, there is not a name I could give you.
Very well.
There are none upon these recruits that I would even raise to the rank of lieutenant at this moment.
Yeah, it was like, oh, at that moment, Alexander realized, oh, I'm talking to the wrong person about this.
Yeah, I mean, if you notice, he was literally referring to everything as military stuff. If you remember, Saint Moon's Reach, it was literally run by the military, and they were very sort of military-esque. There was no currency there. They actually had their own currency,
Yeah.
and
I remember.
Fiat currency.
yeah, you've got Saint Moon's token, Saint Moon Reach tokens basically, and only work in Saint Moon's Reach. And you definitely
Very well.
got the sense that a military position was considered better than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Very well. We'll just concentrate on what you can do right now. I'll see if I can think of anyone else who might fit that position.
He gives a nod, but I am more than happy to help the Duchess. She seems a worthy individual who knows knows the right course of action and is not afraid to actually make tough decisions.
Very well. I will let her know that you have her that you are in on the words. I will let her know that you have her full support in that then. And now I'll just need to talk to the other person that I need to.
Well, makes you feel better. He wields a Lucian hammer. He can say, "She will have my hammer."
And my axe.
You don't mind if I tell a quick joke?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, a warrior is tracking through a dungeon. They fight the big bad evil guy, and the warrior's brother falls in the midst of battle. And they find out in the demon's last breath that he was not the final boss. That in fact his master is the one who is coming to the land to destroy everything. And so he swears upon his fallen brother that he will raise up his sword and he will slay this evil demon once and for all. And the party stands next to him, places their hands on his shoulders, and the first one says, "You will have my bow." And the next one places his hand on his shoulder and says, "And you will have my axe." And the necromancer says, "And you will have your brother."
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize that one, so I was like, oh, yeah.
Okay, that was kind of funny.
All right. Well, then I will take my leave.
If you can find some more peasants that will be suitable to be crafted into a soldier, be sure to send them this way. I'm sure there are still some hiding in that city of yours that need to be whipped to be sent up here and made use and be put to proper use.
Well, we'll see what blades we can make. And with that, Alexander will take his leave. Back to the temple.
Getting hold of end of the story won't be too difficult.
Mm-hmm.
He will be in his office actually, and you will find him basically sat in there. He seems to be reading a story or a book anyway at this moment in time.
Greetings, and the story.
What brings you my way?
Out of character, I forget. Does he actually know that we're planning on propping him up as an actual member of the council?
No, we have not brought this up to the temple yet.
All right, we should probably do that. Actually, it's about the temple's position on the council.
Oh. No,
Yes,
what about
from
it?
what I understand is you have a honorary seat, but
That is
since we are in
that is correct. If matters of the of religion or matters that will affect the temple come about, then I'm often called upon to offer my advice and guidance.
yes, but considering how dire things are with the demons that are threatening the city, myself and my party have thought about getting the temple on a more permanent seat of the council, and well, we were thinking that you would be the best representative, considering that you are the most neutral of the temples.
Well, I'm also already our representative.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, though, that there was a separation of state and church when the council was originally established, and that's why my honorary position was given. Have they changed their minds on such a position?
Well, like I said, with the dangers of what's coming up and the more religious matters, we figured that having that separation is a bit more damaging than helpful at this moment.
Well, if they wish me to take a more permanent position, as long as it does not affect my duties that I have to the temple, then I will be more than happy to lend them my guidance more often.
Yes, but before that, Duchess Lilypad would wish to have a word with you, if that is all right.
Ah, I will be sure to go and see the Duchess. Duchess later on.
Excellent. That is all I have to give the messages for.
Is that all you have come to seek?
Yes. Now, if you don't mind, I need to do some studying on the trials that will of the Sun Queen. Hello?
Sorry, I had my mouthful.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure the author will has written your story, and she will be glad to see you complete it. Go well, Alex. May you complete your tale.
And may you yours. And with that, Alexandrite will go to the Sun Wing and see what he can find.
Okie dokie. So research, yay!
Yeah.
Who's my next victim?
Oh God, mentally I'm not prepared for this, but I'm like, okay, I know I have to do this. This is why Evie should not be leaving me alone.
Do you want me to
Evie,
go first?
no, I'm fine. I can do this. I'm not used to breaking news like this to people, but I'll do it.
Alright, I'm gonna go pee then.
Okay.
All right.
So you were. I'm guessing you're looking for Thunderclap.
Yeah, him and I'm assuming that he's with his sister.
No, he'll be training the troops and stuff, and doing drills and
Oh,
patrolling the city like you've instructed him to.
oh, right. Okay.
He's doing his duty. You've gave him
Alright.
a task, and he has been set to it.
Yeah, true. Alright, yeah, if I, when I find him, I'm gonna look to him and just say, Thunderclap, may I speak with you in private for a moment?
Certainly, certainly, Bert. As he steps, gives a few orders to the troops that are with him to go about and do a few relevant bits that you caught them in the middle of, and he will step aside to speak with you.
So, how, how strong would you say you are, both physically and mentally, after training with me for some time?
As strong as I need to be, I suppose.
Would you be willing? He sort of.
Sorry, please don't let me interrupt.
No, it's fine. Humor actually does help out a bit. He's gonna say, "Are you?" I am sorry, I'm not used to this sort of thing. Um, would you be willing to lay your life on the line if a demonic incursion were to happen?
I'm ready to put my life on the line to defend what matters. Yes.
All right. So tomorrow morning at dawn, I'm gonna be needing you to meet myself, Milk Thistle, and the others, including your fellow Chaos Knights, well, the Initiates, up over by the remnants of the Kindblades Academy. I would like to give you the opportunity to take the initiation test to advance up to the rank of a full-fledged Chaos Knight. The only thing is that you're gonna need to really put your all into it because it's a life or death situation.
If you think I'm ready for such a task, then I'm happy to prove myself.
So, Steel, on this point, Bird is observing him. Does he look like he's? How does he come off? Like, does he have the? Does he have the air of confidence that's willing that shows that he is ready, or is it like?
Roll me sense motive.
Okay.
Because that sounds like a sense motive roll.
All right. Blind or public?
Make it blind.
Right.
So you don't know if I'm telling you the truth or if I'm telling you a lie. So what you can tell is he feels obviously a little bit nervous of what you've obviously told him, but he still does seem to be showing an air of confidence, and he's looking to you he seems to be looking to you for indication, because he's obviously said to you, if you believe I am ready, and he's kind of looking to you for indication that you believe he is ready.
Alright. He, Bird sort of blinks a moment as he looks to him, tilts his head, and he goes, I do indeed have faith in you. I think I'm more than 100% sure that you're ready. Do you wish for me to explain what exactly is going to be happening, so it'll give you time to prepare.
Was he there at the first one? I can't remember.
I don't think he was.
No,
I
he
don't
was
believe
not.
so.
No, okay.
Yeah, High Priest Midnight Vision was the only non-party member present.
Okay, cool. I knew there was somebody there, but I couldn't remember who it was. Alright. What is it that I need to know to prepare myself?
Bird takes a moment as he takes a deep breath to steady his nerves. Uh, Thunderclap can tell by the expression that briefly flashes across his face that he's reliving his own past memory about his initiation, and he's gonna exhale and say, "You, what you will need is out of character. I forget, was it good or holy ammo that bypasses any DR that demon would have?"
The answer to that is both would work. Because holy is good.
I believe silver also, if I'm not mistaken, or
Depends on the demon.
Yeah, it all depends on what milk the soul decides to toss at him.
I mean, out of character, technically, this is supposed to be a come-as-you-are kind of ritual.
Yep. You
we
don't get a
gave-
choice what comes. It comes.
Yeah, we gave Burned as much of an edge as possible because, you know, he's a party member. We don't want our own party members dying.
Yeah.
But this is supposed to be a trial by fire where you use what you're equipped with to overcome a devil, and then you are
Yeah.
in the authority.
Yeah.
but
so,
I think that the knowledge that he's going to be fighting a devil would probably be the thing
Yeah.
to tap.
So, you're going to be fighting a devil that is going to be. I'm not entirely sure what's going to be tossed at you, but you're going to be going up against a devil, and it's going to be a trial by fire. You will have to use all of your fighting capabilities and extensively. What in your position, what I'd suggest is make sure you're out of character. I don't know. Should I say that he should be adequately outfitted as good enough, or should I just leave him at the fighting against the devil thing?
That's entirely up to you.
Yeah, let him know that, you know, the consequences of this fight are final. If he is victorious, he becomes a Chaos Knight. But if he fails, he dies.
Alright. So, what I would suggest doing is making sure you're adequately equipped. Healing potions are not a bad idea to have. Can't ever have too many of those. Some holy ammo would be wise as well. Same as silver, just in case. If you manage to overcome this trial, Thunderclap, you will become a Chaos Knight. You will become one of history's most powerful, a member of one of history's most powerful military. But if you die, then if you fail, you die. There will be no coming back from that.
I will see that I do not disappoint you.
He's gonna give a nod and rest a hoof on his side. I have faith in you. And I know you can do this. He's gonna briefly move his hoof away from him and head off to gather up the, he'll wait until after, a little bit later in the evening before he gathers up the rest of the initiates before he informs them about what's going to happen.
No, that's fine. I assume you give him he's allowed to go off and prepare himself in whatever way
Yeah.
he feels necessary.
Yes. Yes. Also, I'm gonna tell him that he should probably spend. He should spend time with his sister just to make sure that she'll. Well, not make sure that she'll be okay, but like just to enjoy some company from her for a while, and then to get a good night's rest and be up there by the dawn.
Okay.
Make sure that she doesn't kill me.
Yeah, yeah, that too. And once he's done with that, he is going to he's gonna head into the well, I would say the park, but it's like
Yeah.
he's gonna head to the ship after all this to meditate for a bit.
All right.
Did you order Thunderclap to have the recruits present?
I think Bird
He will-
told them
Yeah, Bird
separately.
is gonna do that himself.
Yeah, why you went back to them and to tell them basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'll have to look up see what type of demon he'll have to fight. I've got to reread the ritual, so you'll have to bear with.
The demon is usually a level higher than they are.
Oh,
So like he's
okay.
what, level 7?
I thought it was level 7, but I've got him down as level 8. No,
Alright,
sorry,
so
he's
the,
level. He is level 7. Ignore me.
Alright, so it'd be a level 8 demon then.
Yeah. So I'll have to have a look up and see suitable stuff.
Yeah, because usually the initiation is done at like 5th level.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you're a little bit over. A bit like what he's a little bit over the level, just like you were when you did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll have to have a look see. Milk Thistle, what was it you
Yes.
were planning to do?
Milk Thistle knows that Lord Crystal Heart will be attending this evening's service and also seek counsel with High Priest Midnight Vision.
Yep.
Milk Thistle's going to keep it simple. He will be doing temple duties, trimming the candles, polishing the pews, refilling oils. Should anybody come in throughout the day who's in need of guidance, he'll offer it to them. But basically just do standard temple duties until the evening.
No, that's fine. You're coming back and you're coming to the temple and basically repaying some service, as obviously you've leaned on the temple, so you're returning some of your time back to it.
Yes, as a cleric, as a chaplain, my duty is to the temple first, and so always give when you can.
All right. So the only major thing will happen is in the middle of Byrne's meditation at some point, he'll probably receive a hoof to the side of his head if he's in deep meditation.
He's gonna open up an eye
Um,
and look see.
It's not going to be a gentle hoof to the side of your head. It's going to be a good old smack to the side of your head, one which will make you see stars temporarily. Before a angry mare is shouting at you, and basically the words come out, "You're planning to do what to my younger brother?"
He takes a moment to catch his breath as he stands up. I offered him the opportunity to become a Chaos Knight, which would ensue a ritual that's it's a trial by fire. He accepted. If he survives,
If
I am more than
she,
all heart.
she kind of with that word if she kind of pulls her what was it a trident from her side and kind of holds it to you. If better, if not, then it will be if you survive, she says very angrily, and I don't care how fancy glowing you are, I will smack two hell bells of horse shit out of you.
He he very slowly gives a nod. I can understand that.
Good.
I gave him as much advice as I can and the proper knowledge to prepare. I have utmost confidence in him. Do you have confidence in him?
She's angry at you. How would you respond to that? It doesn't matter if I have confidence or not. He's my younger brother, and I have to worry about him and make sure he doesn't get himself thrown into stupid risks that can get him killed. You've told him to go and buy some holy shit. Have you seen the price of that stuff?
I didn't tell him, I suggested it to him. So, I know the price, yes. He sort of just rubs his, the brick of his nose a bit. I understand your worries. When I went through mine, Nightshine was the same way with me.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure he didn't threaten to, if you got yourself killed, that somebody would kill him. She goes, if he doesn't make it out of this, then you're not making out of this. You got it clear?
You realize I'll have to defend myself, right? Acting out in... out of character. I'm trying to find the right way to word this. Acting out in anger and fury, while I understand the reason, it will cloud your judgment.
Well,
and believe me,
you can shove this Zen stuff right up your ass. I'm going to shove this up your rear end if you get him killed. As it gives off a spark of electricity.
Tell her challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Good. I suggest you watch yourself should the worst happen. She doesn't really wait for an answer. She just flies back off towards the city.
I wasn't going to expect her to wait for an answer. What time is it by this point?
This probably would happen far later in the afternoon.
Alright, by this point, Bert is gonna head back over to the Nightmares, temple, and he's gonna, once I get my thing, he's gonna be, sitting down and going into prayer for what's gonna happen.
No, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, you wasn't going to get much of a calm conversation from a barbarian, so...
Yeah. I mean, I should hope not. She's a barbarian.
Yeah. Well, an
Maybe
aerial...
she should go in your boots.
at least an aerial barbarian, I believe. Yeah. Anyway. Well, she'll fly off. So, I know we haven't had too of a long session today, but I am probably going to sort of bring us to an end here, as the next major thing is going to be obviously with Thunderclap and his ceremony. I want to have a look through demons and not demons, devils, to see what will be suitable, and
Yeah.
I've also got to work tomorrow. And this will be the second 6-day week I had in a row, so I want to have a bit of a rest.
Totally fair.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Do you have an opportunity to speak once the session ends?
Yeah, I can stay up a little bit, so that's fine.
Well, yeah. Thank you as always for GMing for us.
No,
It was fun.
yeah, no worries. Sorry for the shorter session, but I will need at least a little bit more beauty sleep this time round.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say goodbye to everybody, and we will see them next week.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Goodbye.